Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, New Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Force of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
Today, Delaney and I will be discussing the October 3rd episodes of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Friendenemies, and Is Mystery. We cover Star every Monday here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, including Stitcher and Google Play Music. Or if you're listening on YouTube, please consider subscribing there and leaving us a comment about what you think of our discussions on Star. So we're going to get right into these two episodes, spoilers for them, and all previous episodes of Star vs. the Force of Evil. Delaney, two very different episodes here. Unlike, I guess, last week where we had a unifying Starco. Shifting gears here, we're exploring the Tomco, right? I think
Tomco,
I think
yes.
that's what it's called. What are your thoughts on the Tomco and then the Buff Frog Adventures, part 3 of those?
Well, Tomco was like so gay. Oh my god! Like there wasn't like what? It was a weird, but I don't know. Both episodes are really good. I enjoyed both of them. I know you're not necessarily I don't think you're as high on Buffrog as I am, but I enjoy him, and they were both really good. Tomco was weird but interesting, and I'm curious to see how that will develop. Like, is Tom gonna show up again? Like what is Tom doing? And then the Buffrog episode was really interesting. Like this, of course, we continue to use Buffrog to give us like plot things, but he's coming back as more of an ally this time. I mean, he was like before, but he's like, I have to warn Star. So that's pretty neat stuff. I enjoyed it. I thought both episodes were really neat. The second episode was a little gimmicky, but it was still funny, and I thought it worked well.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think episode 1's going to be, I mean, both of these were good episodes. These were
right.
Just narrative quality and how they executed on them were pretty above average episodes of Star. So that's the first thing. We're on a good track with the show again, two above average episodes. I'm not super invested in Tom, so I thought Friendenemies was an interesting one. I'm not sure where we're going with this. Yeah, like what's the point of this?
Like, are we trying to make it like we had like Jana, and I'm like, okay, we're trying to make a trio, but then we have Tom. Like, yeah, what?
I guess that's good. I guess that's. I mean, I'm happy to focus on this Tom Marco thing again after Mr. Candle Cares, this is a strong aspect of that episode for sure. And I guess we're making Tom more of a character as opposed to just being in like 2 or 3 episodes before this. This is probably Tom's strongest episode.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This is. It's just neat. It's just I hopefully we'll see him again. I think this is a good idea because like Tom is like an interesting, like Star's like kind of ex-boyfriend is the devil. That's neat. We should like explore this more.
I guess that's neat. Yeah, it's
like I don't know. It's funny. Why not?
Yeah. It's an interesting decision to focus on the Tom and Margot relationship at this point because we've been so heavy down the Starco route the past few episodes. Right. So I guess is he going to play into where we're going with Starco, or is he going to be, or is this just like Starco's not going to be an every episode thing until now for a few episodes? But either way, I thought it was pretty successful in this episode.
It was also isn't it like the only episode really with like little Star in it?
Right, both of these episodes and very little.
Well, we've had like Ludo alone, and we've had like Buffrog episodes, but in those episodes, Marco and Star both aren't in them. But like this, we actually had an episode with like Marco that didn't have Star in it, which I mean, it was still successful. Obviously, most episodes should have Star in them, but
yeah, I would like to see more Star than the amount we got here, but it was still that is interesting. So I thought Friendenemies overall very solid and successful, and we'll get more into the Tomco and whether we're shipping the Tomco, but Is Mystery, I think this was clearly the best of the 3-parter of the Buffrog episodes.
Yes.
I still don't really know why we're doing this, but I guess this was much better than what were the first 2. I don't know, this was a long time ago. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we had the two of them back to back. This is better just one, as I think
Right.
in terms of like where you're pairing episodes, do it like this. And we're connecting it back to the Ludo stuff from before, even though we don't really go anywhere new with it.
And the corn,
which I don't think is going anywhere, but maybe the corn is the avenue to the overthrowing the Muni royalty.
Well, we're officially caught up with Ludo now because we've been doing stuff with the corn for a while and like thinking Ludo is separate, but it's not. Like they're all involved.
I guess. So, I'm very underwhelmed by the conclusion that Ludo's behind the corn.
Right. I'm not shocked. Like it's like okay, but now we're like caught up with Ludo because it was little. We've had some like narrative confusion going on. Like what's Ludo doing? Where is he while we're doing other things?
Yeah, this does clarify Ludo's rollout. I would say that this episode probably marks the end of kind of this first part of the season.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, I don't think there's any hanging plot threads anymore.
Well, I think this is kind of like in phase one. Like, maybe we're going to get deeper into some plot stuff. Like, we've established that we kind of have two villains going on. You know, Ludo's always like up to something, and then we also have the crew from St. O's.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know if that's going to be a thing, but I guess maybe. Yeah,
I would figure.
Maybe that's a thing, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, how much is that going to be like a Combustion Man thing? Or is that going to be like a constant? Or maybe a better analogy is to Zinfu and Master Yu from book 2 of Avatar, but who barely ever show up. Like, I feel like it's probably more of that one. So we'll see how they handle that type of thing, I guess. But yeah, I thought is Mystery was pretty successful in terms of wrapping, kind of concluding where they're going with this whole thing. I wish that they did more. It's not like they did a ton this episode, but I don't know when you spend 2 episodes not with this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical about Frog as kind of this major character.
They're trying really hard.
I'm fine with him like interacting with Star and Marco. I don't know if we need more of him on his own. Is I guess what I.
No, I do think this is probably the end of that. Like this is like we just need to get him to this point where he's like, okay, I need to talk to Star. We're giving him an excuse to talk to Star, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get more into his mystery, but let's talk about the headline or the Friendenemies. So why is this not called Frenemies this episode? I don't understand.
They actually say Frenemies in the episode.
In the song, right? Like,
yeah.
So I don't understand that. But so the Delaney, the big pressing question, how could we have buried the lead, is are you shipping the Tomco?
Yes, it's gay. Delaney ships it. That's how life works.
But it kind of contradicts with the Starco, maybe.
It does a little.
Unless you're
obviously,
ship the Poly 3 and maybe add
Jenna.
Oh,
it's hard for me to ship the Poly 3 because Star just doesn't like Tom.
I don't think Star likes Tom, so I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it doesn't preclude it, but yeah.
Yeah. I definitely like the Tomco. I was digging it, and I was just sitting here like, this is the gayest thing ever. And then they sang a duet. Like, what?
Yeah.
That is the most ridiculous thing. Like, I was just like, what? I was overwhelmed. I mean, it was wonderful and magical. I mean, I'm shipping it. Obviously shipping it less than Starco. But it could... I mean, if the gay happens, Delaney will not be displeased. Not that it's going to happen, but...
Oh, you think that is a chance of happening, the Stopco? Maybe. Yeah, I think the duet was the highlight. But Adam MacArthur, Marco's voice actor, he can sing. Like, that was really good.
That was awesome.
I don't know if he has sang before, but we can research this. I'm not very familiar with him. But it was like genuinely good. I'm glad that Wentz... like that episode like went more places, and we kind of did a similar like, are we going this way, no we're not going this way kind of thing to sleep over, but it didn't, there's no stakes like for the twist. Like I didn't care what happened either way. I mean, some people are more invested in Tom than me for sure, but it's still, it's like, oh okay,
I do feel bad for Tom. Like, poor dude just wants to get rid of his therapist, but
do you really feel bad for Tom?
No, not really. I mean, I think there's like a little tiny sliver of me that's just like free Tom a little bit, but then like the rest of me is like, Tom's a jerk, so like he obviously needs his anger management courses.
I don't think we've been given any reason to feel bad for Tom at all. I mean, like, I understand he's like, we get that he's trying, but what are the circumstances here? Like, is he just, he's like an eternal demon, and why should I care about like,
That's fair.
I feel like I need to understand more of what's going on here.
This is just like the third time we've had to deal with it, and I was like, poor Tom. Not in like a really, it's like when you watch Tom and Jerry, and you're like, poor Tom, and then you're like, not really, JK.
Okay, that's a good
That's how I
comparison.
feel.
The two Tom comparison. Good job with
Yeah.
that. Bringing back the anger management counselor from, I forget his name. He was named in the previous episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
As he was the white tiger all along. That was pretty
Poor,
good.
that was something.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like that could have been more of a thing, but yeah, it was just.
Yeah, I was like, what? Can we?
They kind of skated past that.
Yeah, right. He just climbs out of the suit. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
It was good though. I like that. But yeah, I like their duet, and then we bring the episode kind of goes crazy at the end, which I thought was a good choice. And we bring the zombie fake, whoever, like who's Mackie Hand is supposed to be, and then
he's Jackie Chan Bruce Lee fusion.
Yeah, I guess so. And then he's like fighting everyone. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I guess this reminded me of like a Gravity Falls thing.
No, that was definitely. Yeah, no, that would be something. Yeah, I see that. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah. So I guess let's take a deep dive into Tom and Marco's friendship ? With yeah. So what's the conclusion?
Lowercase friendship.
Yeah,
lowercase f.
What's the conclusion from this episode with the two of them?
It's definitely they're not friends.
They say, I still don't like you, Tom. I still don't like you too, Marco. So the intent from Tom is very much obscured by the necessity to have these twists at the end. Like he was making up the his enjoyment of Mackie Hands in order to use Marco to finish his anger management class. But this is all absurd, by the way.
Yes.
But then they genuinely bond over Love Sentence, and they seem like they bonded a little bit at the end. Is that where we end up?
Yes, I think they're not friends, but they're like, it's kind of like Marco and Ponyhead a little bit. Except I think they're honestly probably in a better place than Marco and Ponyhead.
No, Marco and Ponyhead are BFFs forever. I mean, come on, Ponyhead says so. So, but where did we end Mr. Candle Cares with Tom and Star? I think that's relevant too.
They're like okay, but like Star's like, go away.
Did Marco convince Tom to like back off in that episode? Is that I need to rewatch that one?
Something like that. I think so.
There's some sort of good conclusion, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good thing.
So Tom seems very. I think we need to bring Star up in the Tomco. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know we could just talk about the two of them and their eternal love, but I think Star is relevant here. Because Tom doesn't seem interested in Star in the beginning of the episode, but then we learned that this was to an end.
Right.
So do you think that in the future Tom might want to hang out with Marco independently of Star, or are we going to go back to Tom's involvement in the show focusing around Star?
I think I know it was like a ploy the whole time, but I feel like we're at a point where Tom, like, if he does come up again, he will actually want to hang out with Marco. Like, it won't be like, or they all hang out together. Like, I think this was kind of a shift from him just being obsessed with Star. Like, I think we're past that.
So what you're saying is you're ready for a Starco plus Tom plus Jana sleepover. Love square is what you're saying.
Oh my god, can I ship Jana and Tom? Can we
that was my next question. Is that a good pairing?
Oh, no, it's a horrible pairing for the world. But I think it's a great pairing, and I ship it now. It's official.
And then they could go on like double dates.
They can go on double dates. It'd be adorable and awful. And Jana and Tom would ruin the world.
Get those. I wonder if there's if people are shipping this. Let us know if you're shipping the Jana and the Tom. What would that be called?
Ooh.
Tom's name is
I don't
for
know.
shipping. Yeah. Jom.
Yeah, I was like,
Tana.
Names not working. Like,
no, not working. Okay. So there may be. I guess I don't know if I think that they would hang out in the next step. I think Star would need to be. I think Star is still necessary for Tom's involvement.
Well, I could see us going to a point, especially like we're having this stuff with Buffrog and stuff. Like we're kind of building a team. So like for whatever's coming, I mean I don't know what's coming, but like Tom might be someone they can call on for like, yo, we need help.
Sure, yeah. I guess if it was a plot related reason,
yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a second to genuinely consider the possibilities for Tomco. So we're saying it is super gay, and it kind of was.
It was really gay.
Are you genuinely sensing any feelings from either of the two of them in the romantic realm?
They sang a love song together, but it was like a breakup song. I I don't know. The gay is confused.
I mean, if it was coming from Tom, then it would be romantic on his end in that regard.
Right,
Too
right.
little,
No,
too
I
late.
mean, they. I mean, again, they sang like a romantic duet. There was. I don't know what that was. That was. And Tom like initiated it,
Yeah.
and then he like literally brought Mackie Han back from the dead.
Yeah, it was a pretty grand
Yeah,
romantic gesture.
these are some signs. These are some signals.
Yeah. Maybe I could see it from Tom. I don't
Yeah,
think it's there from Marco, but yeah.
No, I don't. It's def not there for Marco. 110%.
It could be, yeah. So that's one end is like considering
It was maybe there for Marco, like before what's his face climbed out of the tiger.
Yeah, he's like, I found my soulmate.
Yeah.
And then nope. So the first part is like considering in show. The second narrative is, would the show ever do a Tom Marco?
Do you mean like specifically Tom Marco, or do you mean a Tom Marco?
You could both. Both are worth considering.
I mean, I feel like the show is like, I mean, Starco. Hello.
So last week we had Starfan 13 genuinely proclaiming her love for Star.
Yes.
So we're starting to set a precedent here.
We are. But the thing though is Starfan 13 is also like obsession.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a different circumstance. Yeah, I mean, Tom is also a little bit in the absurd variety.
Tom is literally a demon, so
yeah. I think that the show is capable of this. So
I think it is and I think the show's capable of doing it in a way where it's not like they would just do it and they wouldn't comment on it. Like they would have gay unicorns show up and they would just be a couple.
The show's we've talked about it. The show is very subtly progressive. Yeah.
Yeah, like they wouldn't mention it. It would just be like. Or Star would have some offhand comment about relatives who are like together or something. I could say the show is certainly capable of it in a very nonchalant. This is just what it is way, in an offhand way.
Yeah, I think. I guess this is the show's male version of considering this. I think that I don't see any other. Possibly, right. I think the show is more likely to go the Star, Jen or Jackie route if we're gonna explore that.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like Tom's. I'm not sold on Tom being a major part of the show, but it's I mean this is I think this is in the show's realm of possibility, but this is a little bit Tom plus anyone's a little bit absurd. It has to be a little more grounded, I think.
Well, it's also we've completely create Tom's character is entirely based on the fact that he's a horrible boyfriend.
Yeah.
So
we would need more characters. This is a good first step for the Tom characterization, but we need to go a little deeper than that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What else we got here? So specifics from the episode, we talked about most of I mean, what were you feeling for Tom? He said it's hard to break through people's perceptions of me. That whole thing.
The thing, he's literally a demon though, and I mean, again, it was oh, you felt bad for him for half a second.
And then also he's tricking him the entire,
Yeah, he's a punk,
what do you think of Marco's getting the guys to drag race and then not chasing after them and then how those guys are going to jail? That's very Marco.
That was hilarious. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It was
also, the excessive use of bro, I appreciated.
Yeah, those two guys were really good. I think Giancarlo directed this episode. It was a very good job, especially with those two guys. I was digging that. Love Sentence. What do you think of the new fake band? They had a fake band before.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fake band was.
It was the one that starred a poster, but I don't remember the name of them.
I don't know. Was it Love Sentence? I don't know.
Maybe it was Love Sentence.
It could have been.
Tomco, they did the duet Too Little, Too Late and other things. They Love Sentence Shrine and stuff like that. Yeah.
They really sold it for me when they actually sang a song. That was really good.
Yeah, I think that tied the episode together for sure.
That was wonderful. And there were two songs.
There are two songs.
Yeah, there were two songs.
There are two songs. I guess so. I don't remember the other.
The other one that said "Frenemy." There was another song.
Oh, they didn't sing the other one, right? They just.
But it was there. There was.
They just played. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Which
cool.
When having a fake.
Oh, yeah, it was like a montage. Yeah.
Yeah. Which it's like in Kim Possible oh God, what? Oh, now I can't remember the band name. The boy.
I don't know.
I don't. Anyway,
you're on your own here, but yeah. Yeah, it was good. Good use of the fake band where Gravity Falls. Like, yeah,
Yes.
more. I guess bringing the guy back from we've went from Rick and Morty to more Gravity Falls. I mean, they're related. They're very similar.
Yes.
So, yeah. So there you go. Overall, Frenemies, thumbs up.
Yes. No, it was really good, and like, it was really like, and it went into a circle. We started with Mackie Hand, then we went in like this really weird thing, and then we ended with Mackie Hand. I was shocked Marco wasn't like, oh my god, it's his dead body. He was just like,
he was just embracing it. That's very that's a very Dipper reaction.
Yeah, no, that would definitely 100%.
I've almost forgot to mention Star tangled in the Christmas lights in the beginning of the episode was the best. That's very
It
Star.
it was adorable. And then it's like, also why Star?
I mean, I think that would happen if Star found
Is
Christmas
it around
lights and
Christmas?
didn't understand what they had.
I need to know.
Maybe she just found them.
I mean, there's we don't really need an explanation at Star.
Yeah, it's Star. Okay, let's talk Is Mystery. Third, like we said, the third part of our Buff Frog. This whole there's not much specifics to comment on. What do you think of Warthog guy? What was his name? Meat Fork. Yeah, I think he's a highlight of the episode. Him just flexing.
No, Meat Fork. Yes, it was so good, and like his grunting, it was excellent. Like every time it happened, like I would wait for it to happen. It was just so great.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's like, really or whatever. Like, get me out of here too. Yeah, it was well executed with.
I really liked that. That was really funny
with the Meat Fork. Yeah. Why do you know why they call me Meat Fork? Because it's family name, and then it's like really not even relevant.
Or like no, and they kept going back and no, like that was really good.
Yeah. We also had the very kind of slapstick comedy episode. We had the him Buff Frog with the rat talking about where the corn goes in the whole thing, and then later we have the two guards with the do you like this type of corn or this type of corn?
That was really good.
Yeah, both of those I think were good. Then we bring Ludo.
We like it when guards talk. But
yeah, very Avatar-y a little bit. More on the nose, I guess, than the Avatar dog guy. Yeah, but that was still very good. That's a very Dylan conversation. Like we're gonna go A versus B to rank the corn types. Yes, I like that.
Dylan probably has a list of corn.
No, I do not. But that was a good idea. We have Ludo comes in, so we get the plot continuation. This is why I need that book. Reminder that now the Ludo's purpose is to steal the book from Star. Now that the wand,
and then somehow corn is involved.
Yeah, I don't really understand the corn.
Yeah, I don't. And like they're making cornmeal. Like what?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
So here's interesting. So Ludo says the wand told me to give you Meat Fork's old job.
So you're crazy. Okay, noted.
No, but the wand genuinely didn't fire. So he's interpreting the wand not firing at certain times. So are you buying the wand being sentient at all?
I mean, considering I wouldn't be surprised if it was. The thing is, though, is like I know Ludo's like a total nut job, so
I think that the episode, or at least my interpretation, was that they're presenting it a little bit as the wand is doing its own thing. So
yeah, like the wand is like.
I guess they're presenting it as Ludo can't control the wand because he doesn't have the book, so the wand's just doing its own thing. But that'd be interesting.
I'd have to see a little bit more. That was not my initial interpretation, but I could see now that could be that's really interesting to me if the wand is like doing things on purpose and it's not just that Ludo can't control it. It's like the wand has a purpose.
The surface levels, the just can't control it, but
the wand could be trying to get back to its other half.
Yeah, but and I was about to say that, but I think they had the opportunity to do that in the previous episode that this was mentioned in, and they did not go that route. Like we talked about how they didn't do the one seeking out the other half type thing. So I think it's interesting. I think so. It seems like they're not doing that, but that would be the most obvious route to go if the wand had its own mind. Right. So
we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Buffrock says wands. You have your own things: wand, spider, bird, corn, rats. Yeah, that is what they've done with Ludo's plot. Yep. That's what they've done. Buffrock escaping, and then he says, "I must warn Star" at the end. So he's considering joining Ludo, but he just to have a stable job for his tadpoles. But then he wants to warn Star. So, arguably, this is one of the more could be the most plotty episode this season. I guess the one where Ludo came to ambush Star, I guess was more. But overall, is mystery. Are you high on this episode?
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was really entertaining, and like I love Buffrog. I think he's great.
Buffrog was very good in this episode.
It was really funny that like making sure he wasn't like talking out loud while he wrote. That was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was a good conclusion to this. I'm interested to see how we're using Buffrog in the future. I'm still very skeptical of Ludo being used in good ways.
That's what I can't feel like. I'm just okay. We have this corn, and they're making cornmeal.
Yeah,
and then he's enslaved these rats. I mean, and then he's also monsters. I don't understand.
I don't know. It's worth predicting.
Like, what? Yeah, it's probably not worth predicting. You're right.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, which episode? Take one of the two. Which one you want? Better.
Pick one.
Pick one. Which is better?
I mean, ooh. I like them both for different reasons. I mean, I guess I'll pick Friendenemies because it was gay.
Yeah. They're both similar.
I will say, like, it was funny, but bringing like Mackie Han back from the dead was like a little much for me.
Okay.
Like, especially since like as a really big fan of Bruce Lee, and that's obviously what they were doing. That didn't land very well with me. I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, I think it was a stupid concept, but I think they executed it pretty well.
No, it was executed very well, and like obviously, like it's just a ridiculous episode. But that part, like, it turned a little sour for me.
Yeah, I think His Mystery was overall better, but Friendenemies had more appealing.
Like, I do think narratively, like His Mystery is better, and like Buffrog was great, and like we've tied up some loose ends now. Like, we're like, okay, now we understand why the corn. We don't really understand what Ludo's doing, but now we know it is Ludo.
Yeah. Well,
and that explains the hole in the field too, because it's the green like the wand.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that that wasn't on the top of my mind in terms of unresolved mysteries, but I guess that we're explaining that. Let's take listener Steve's comments on the episodes to close things out. For a show called Star vs. the Force of Evil, we don't see much Star in these episodes. I'm sure you guys will love Frenemies because it's all about the gay. The Star/Tom stuff only a matter of times until they become bros. Though seriously, I think those two guys that Marco tricked into going to jail, they are gay. I mean, a straight guy that has a car like that will use it to pick up girls, not hang out with dudes. I think they're not going to mind. Okay, not reading that part, so thank you for that, Steve. As for His Mystery, I thought I should have screened the Steve comments here. I thought for a moment Buffrog was going to rejoin Ludo, especially if it was Toffee that wanted him back. I'm glad he didn't star in the series. Star is not in the episode, but I don't mind Buffrog being the protagonist for an episode. Yeah, so I think that it worked for this episode, the Buffrog protag, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good now. So I would want to. I think
this is definitely like the conclusion to like having Buffrog do his own thing. Like this is the excuse Buffrog needed to join our group.
Yeah, that's good. Well, Buffrog can hang out with the Starco now. That'll be good. I think
babysit the tadpoles again.
If we bring Toffee into the Ludo plot, instantly 10 times better.
Yeah.
Like, let me say that. Yes. I'm still yearning for the Toffee coming back. People, in general, last episode were like, is that guy Toffee, the crocodile guy? Most people said no, I think. Yes. But it wasn't like there was no definitive answer here. So, I don't know. Let's bring Toffee back into the Ludo plot. That would be great. If, like, secretly Toffee's been off screen.
I mean, I feel like we're going to have the St. O's thing again. So we're just not sure how these things are going to tie together, if at all.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't foresee the St. O's thing coming back soon, but we'll see. Next week is Hungry Larry and Spider with a top hat. So that's
Spider with a top hat sounds fun.
That means more Ludo with the spider, so I don't know about that. But I don't know what Hungry Larry is. Is anyone in the show named Larry?
I don't think so.
We'll see then. Yeah, the promos are not out yet as the posters that they post on Darren FC's Tumblr. But we will see what these are about then. And let us know your comments on these two episodes or
ship Tomco.
Answer yes. Obviously, people are going to be shipping the Tomco. But yeah, let us know what you thought of our discussions on this, where you think we're going with Tom, where you think we're going with the main plot of the show. Will Tom be on team Starco if we're building the Star yes. Army? Yeah, I don't know if we're doing that, but that'd be.
I feel like we are. Like that's just my take. I mean, obviously, I don't know what we're doing, but I really do think we're going to see Tom again, and I think we are building like a little squad, like Team Star.
Team Star, okay. Team Star versus team. But if it's Team Ludo, then nobody's gonna care about that.
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean, I feel like
it needs to be Team Toffee. I mean, that would be
yes. I feel like we're being misled, or I'm hoping we're being misled because I'm so tired of Ludo and his stupid bird and spider and his dumb wand and Ludo's dumb face.
This is a pretty dumb face. I think people are higher on Ludo than us, but we'll see.
He's just
let us know your thoughts on Ludo right now. We're not very high on the Ludo plot at the moment.
Like, why corn? I'm just baffled by the show's obsession with corn.
I really need that to tie into the castle thing. So
yes,
the Muni monarchy, whatever. Star's parents. Yeah, that's the plot I'm more interested in than. Same. Which I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily going anywhere immediately. Anyway, check us out at overlyanimated.com. Leave us comments, of course, and consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to our patrons: Mitch Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Devon, Jade, John Finish, and Victoria, and Katrin, aka Fever, Mitch, Connor, Super Exchange, Nathan, William, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Richards, Jenny, Barbara, Brian, Kit Kat, Needle, Diamond Day, Jewel, Garfield, Fusion, Skylark, Patron, Katrin. Coming up this week, we're having the patron exclusive podcast. So if you want to,
we play games and say stupid things.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll see what we talk about there. And coming up this week, podcast wise, we'll have some. We'll have a Steven Universe roundtable later in the week. We might have a Justin hosted podcast coming out soon. So that'll be interesting. And check out everything else at overlyanimated.com. And thank you guys very much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. We're listening there for all of our Overly Animated discussions. And thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.